Okay, let's hope this works this time. Make sure it's recording. So, this is solving rational equations. I write left-handed. That could get in the way for part of these videos, but after specific parts I'll try and stop, make sure it's seen, so you can know what I just had done. So, I made up this equation earlier. I'll just rewrite it so everyone knows, but it's x minus 7 over 6x plus 1 over 18x squared plus 24x equals x plus 5 over 6x. So, to start off these kind of problems, we have to make sure to get like denominators. Now, this is really important because you can't add these two together unless they have the same denominator, and it makes things much easier later on when we get to figuring out the final answer. You will be able to tell right away how that's so much easier. So now, what we do is we can simplify this, see if it has anything to do with 6x, judging by the looks of it. Pretty sure it does. So we can factor out a 6x, giving us 3x plus 4. And so since that 6x is being multiplied by 3x plus 4, we already have the 6x on both these sides. All we have to do is multiply each by 3x plus 4. Now, whatever we do to the denominator must also be done to the numerator, so both those must also be multiplied. And when you multiply, you have to make sure to multiply both factors by both numbers. By that, I mean the 3x has to be multiplied by both the x minus 7, and the 4 has to be multiplied by both the x and the negative 7. So it'll give us a 3x squared minus 21x plus 4x minus 28, which will equal 3x squared minus 17x minus 28 over 18x squared plus 24x. So that's one simplified. Then that'll be added with the 1 over 18x squared plus 24x. And that will equal, so now we have to factor this in. So we have a 3x squared plus 15x plus 4x plus 20. Just to make sure everything's being seen, I'm going to kind of zoom in, you could say. Honestly, with the way I have this being recorded, it's more like moving my head closer to the paper, but that's okay. So now that we have that done, we can now simplify that and put it with the 18x squared over 24. So it's 3x squared plus 19x plus 20 over 18x squared plus 24x. Now if you wonder where the 19x and the negative 17x came from, that's simply 15x plus 4x and negative 21x plus 4x. You can do that since they're like terms, they can add together and create just one term, being that of negative 17x and 19x. So now We can add these two together since they have like denominators, giving us a 3x squared minus 17x minus 27 over 18x squared plus 24x equaling 3x squared plus 19x plus 20 over 18x squared plus 24x. Now, you could cross multiply, but that would be really difficult. You would have so many large numbers, so many numbers to multiply. It'd be a waste of time. Since these two do have the same denominator, and this is why I said earlier about how making it easier, you can multiply out the denominator on one side, 18x squared plus 24x, and whenever you multiply something on one side, you must multiply the other side by the same thing. And since they both have the same denominators of 18x squared plus 24x, they end up canceling all those denominators out, giving us a simple 3x squared minus 17x minus 27 equaling 3x squared plus 19x plus 20. Now, the 3x squared, no matter which side we subtract it from, they're going to cancel out. You subtract 3x squared from this side, you have 3x squared over here, it'll just cancel each other out. So I'm just going to write those off. Now, I prefer having positive x values, so I'm not going to subtract the 19x from a negative 17x. That'll give me a really big negative number. While in the end the answer will still be the same, I prefer doing it without working with a negative x value. So I'm going to add the 17x to the 19x. To remove it from this side, I add it to the other side. And I'm going to remove the positive 20 by subtracting 20. And I also have to subtract it from the other side. So I will now have a 36x equaling negative 47. So now to get x by itself and find out what the answer to this really is, I just divide the 36 on each side. So over to the calculator, 47 divided by 36. So x equals negative 1.3055, or really it doesn't simplify at all, so it's just x equals negative 47 divided by 36. These kind of problems take a little while, but they're not too bad. It just takes a little thinking and working through on the problems. So this is our end result.